Track 3, Stan. Featuring, I mean, it's a sample, but I mean, she's an integral part of the record.
She's credited.
Featuring
give
Dido.
Her the credit. Yeah, give her the credit.
Yeah, I'll give her the credit. Featuring Dido. Produced by DJ Mark the 45 King.
Yeah.
All right.
Mark the 45 King.
I don't know what I'm cracking my knuckles for. I ain't got shit to do with nothing, but I feel like I should for the rating I'm about to give. 10.
My God. Not that it doesn't deserve it. But
not that it doesn't deserve it, but
I didn't see this one coming from you. A 10.
I didn't either until I had to sit with it this week.
9 minus. Ding me, baby.
That's more like the rating I thought I was going to give.
Okay.
Thought I was going to give it a flat 9 coming in. And it's because you always have to ask yourself with records that are this canonized, that are this known, that are this historic. Stan is such a big record that the term was added to the dictionary. Stan is now used by fan communities who maybe have never even heard this record.
Some haven't. I know that for a fact.
They just think of it as a word, like Ariana Grande stans, Taylor Swift stans, BTS stans, Dua Lipa stans, Selena Gomez stans. Some of them don't even know that this comes from the Eminem record stan, that it was originally a hip hop term. You know, you were a stan of a hip hop artist. Right. Now there are stan communities on Twitter that will dox you.
Not a term at all. It was a character in the song Stan by Eminem.
That we're currently reviewing. And, you know, and with all that in consideration, I've always loved the record. Because of its storytelling prowess, because of its messaging about fame and fandom. But sitting with it this week, I'm just like, yo, this shit is a masterpiece. I realize that this represents such excellence to me in a rap sense. And no matter how many times I hear it, we just did Common Resurrection this season. Yeah. We did I Used to Love Her with like the sort of gotcha ending. You know, I still like that ending.
This is not a gotcha ending though.
It's not really a gotcha ending.
Because we as the listener know what happens to Stan before Eminem finally gets around to writing back to him.
Right. The only gotcha is in Eminem realizing that, you know, the story he saw on the news at the end of the record was about the guy he's writing to too late, you know, but it still impacts me even now, this entire story and where it leads to him finally sitting down and replying and realizing that he was too late. Like, you know, the story, the song has been out for over 20 years. Okay. You know, the term. I was expecting just, you know, Eminem has 2 records like this. The other one is like Lose Yourself, where you heard it so many times that it almost suffers from familiarity.
Yeah, this one is definitely, unfortunately, played out to an extent. And we'll get into all of it. We'll crack into all the separate layers soon. But I wanted to note up top that this is a record to me that no matter, unlike Lose Yourself, this is not like a get yourself hyped up sort of record. So all I have to feel now is, does it still hit those notes? Storytelling, yes. The sample is very catchy. So it was my introduction to the song itself. Thank you. That we'll play in a little bit. And, you know, I don't think too much about, oh, this was played out, other than the minus. That's kind of how I've been doing things lately. Is
right.
Okay, do I feel like this is played out and it just doesn't excite me as much as it once did, but I still really like it. Damn near, and I love it, you know?
Yeah, you still love it. It's a light 9. Still a 9.
Yeah.
You know?
But that minus is from being played out. I can't avoid it. And yet, it's more relevant today than it was when it came out, because, of course, we knew about Beatlemania. We had seen Michael Jackson and just how insane his fans were. I think with TRL and the rise of the boy bands around this time, seeing, and of course the pop girls like Britney and Christina and Backstreet Boys and NSYNC on the boy band side of things. I mean, you started to see really obsessed and hysterical fans. And that's a condition that has gotten worse over time, not
worse,
better.
I think, because we've gotten access to these idols more than ever.
And that's what's kept the song afloat for me is, damn, if this isn't relevant as ever.
It's more of a cautionary tale than ever. Like, I wonder if a lot of these fan communities realize, like, y'all acting like the nigga from the song. Y'all need to stop. You know, like, that was the point is, this is not a figure that you should, you know, aspire to be like. Right. You know, Stan was not stable. Stan needed to find other things to anchor his life to than Eminem. Okay. And you know what? The funny thing in listening to this record, and I'm gonna reveal it because I'm always honest with the audience. I think I've alluded to it in the past, but there was an instance back in 2012. The last year I had a girlfriend, folks. Yeah, 10 years ago. I was with her and a friend in a mall parking lot. And the guy who I was playing earlier, you've heard him a couple of times, Charles Hamilton. You know, I was in the cult of Charles. I was a stan of Charles Hamilton. I was talking about him yet again. Now, my girlfriend knew that I loved this guy. You know, I had spoken to this guy. I had a personal, somewhat relationship with this guy. Big, huge fan. You know, I was talking about him again because I always talked about him. I dressed like him, you know, like the same things he liked because he liked them. And there was a time where we were sitting there in the parking lot and I was talking about him. And he was like, or she, my girlfriend was like, you know, you talk about this guy a lot. There's like a lot. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I do. And she was like saying like an alarming amount, like you're like sort of obsessed. And I was beginning to get offensive or not defensive. I was going to be like, I mean, yeah. But it sort of hit me because hearing that from a woman, it's gonna hit you a different way. And I was getting ready to be like, no, but then it was like, damn, you know, like, yeah, like I need to relax. Like, this is the fact that she's calling this out, and she did it in kind of like it wasn't like an accusational way. I wasn't being really attacked at all, but it was kind of like a nudge. Like,
you can't accuse someone of something you already know they're guilty of.
Well, I mean that, but maybe she was afraid that like I was a Stan type of character and I would have been like, you know, like, oh, you're just jealous because I love Charles, you know, like, which I wouldn't have done. But it was like, she kind of like gently was like, you should chill on your like obsession with this guy. And that was a moment for me where I asked myself, it's like, I thought about the line in the song when Stan was like, my girlfriend's jealous because I think about you 24/7, but she don't know you like I know you, Slim. No one does. You know, she don't know what it was like for people like us growing up. And I'm like, okay, that line is officially too applicable to my real life. I gotta like, at the very least, still be a stan, but just not talk about him as much so she doesn't worry, you know? And there was a time, you know, he ends that verse that I was just quoting, sincerely yours, Stan, P.S. we should be together too. I've told you, when Charles was in the mental hospital, he had me burn him some CDs. And I sent him some CDs with some of my own works on it. And there was a song I wrote called like Hard Rock Cafe about this girl. Jesse, if you're listening, it was about Mallory. Charles thought the song was about him. He thought I was hitting on him. He was like, yo, are you like coming on? He was like, the song is dope, but like he was on some like, yo, what's this shit about us? We need to be together. Like this kind of shit to make me not want us to meet each other. Like, those kinds of things I think have helped me appreciate this record more throughout the years because it's kept me from becoming a full-fledged stan, you know? So shout out to Eminem because at least for me, it worked as a cautionary tale. You know, and I would also say I had a good upbringing and good parents. So I didn't need to connect to an artist who I've never met as much as a Stan would. But it's a 10 because not because it's an important hip hop record, because you never want to, you know, Jesse's pointed this out. You don't want to give a record a 10 just because of how impactful it is. You know,
no, absolutely
you got to ask
not.
yourself what it means to you, you know? And that was my revelation this week. I realized, hey, this record actually means a lot to me. As a record, it still hits me. Of course, you guys know I'm fucking emo Mel. Is this not an emo record? There's like rain in the beat.
Yep.
The Dido sample. It's a minor key beat. It's very broody and depressing. And, you know, and I love hearing these tales of this guy who cuts himself and his girlfriend's worried and he's unstable.
I think the video played such a big role in illustrating the lyrics as well.
Oh yeah, classic video.
Devin Sawa, I think, played Stan in the video. You know, I'm not the video man, but back then I was. I was the video.
Well, you're
man.
only not the video man now because videos suck now.
I stopped.
But
being
when they
the
were
video
making
man,
videos like Stan,
yeah, I stopped being the video man when labels stopped paying Stan music video budget level, you know, checks on videos, and we got in the blog era with the DV and, you know, Canon 7D no filter videos just shot on like practically no budget. Can't do it.
The DSLR era.
Yeah, the DSLR video era killed music videos for me. I gave up being the video man. I let Mel become the video man. And he reports to me what happened in the videos.
Yeah, I'll let Bulls don't watch music video. When there is a good one or at least an interesting one, I'll let them know.
Like he told me about, you know, those weekend videos that Stan Winston did some of the effects for. I checked those out.
You know,
Mel is my official. If the music video is hot enough, I'll hear about it.
Right.
But I only like videos
there was some care
that are,
and a budget and a storyline and.
Hey, listen, we talk a lot of shit about this dude, but Tyler the Creator is like my GOAT music video guy of this generation artists.
Yes. He's one of the premier video artists for sure.
If every artist put as much thought and care into their videos as Tyler has over the last 10, 12 years, I'd be the video man again.
You'd still be the video man. It's you guys' fault, you fucks. Start making... I know times is hard. They're like, listen to this asshole asking us to make videos during inflation and recession. Listen, okay, I feel you. All right, so let's just say this. Mm-hmm. When we come out of this, make some good videos again, okay? When the gas prices go down, you know?
Exactly.
Let's get some videos going again, you know?
I'm not saying tomorrow I want to... I'm saying a year, 2 years, you know, let's see.
I feel you. Listen, I was a part of the DSL, the Dick Sucking Whips recordings era too. Okay? Shout out to my man Van Buren. He came through with the camera. He shot me.
Look,
I edited me. I put it on the internet.
Of the DSLR era, okay? I made videos with DV cameras and DSLRs. That's how I know they're bullshit.
We did what we had to do. We're still in the content era. Y'all require us to keep pumping out stuff. Y'all want visuals. Give us some visuals. So we had to go and shoot visuals. Okay? And that's what happened. All right? That's why videos suck now. Because y'all wanted visuals. All right? What's the point of visuals if they ain't good? If they ain't good to look at, you know? Just give me audios and leave the visuals alone. All right? But yeah, Stan went a long way. That was one of those videos where it's like I always love catching it, you know, when it was on the TV.
It's a movie, basically.
It's a movie. I remember, like, deep into my life, that's a weird phrase, deep into my life, I watched it in college one time and I caught something I never caught, like at the end of the video when the lightning flashes, like Stan is in the window of the tour bus. Or whatever.
Oh shit!
Like,
I don't think I've ever peeped that either.
Oh, you never? Yeah, it was something like I just noticed. I'm like, oh wow, look at that, you know?
You know what that is though? Even though I've seen the video dozens of times, it would play a lot back in the day. This is pre-HD, so I'm not seeing every single detail.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's like still in like standard definition on YouTube. I don't know.
We need everything in HD.
They should go ahead and re-upload the stuff in HD. I mean, that go ahead and do it. Leave the originals up. You won't lose stats or whatever. You know, but yeah.
Can't you just replace the video?
Well, see, you should be able to do that. Like on SoundCloud, you can replace audio, but like YouTube's never implemented that. They don't replace the daggone video. They don't let you replace the video. They should, but you know, whatever. If you check the Zencastr chat, I've just sent you the screen cap of the end of the video.
That's
that's
the gargoyles, dude. That's like the same effects lab that did the gargoyles from Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Folks, Mools and Mel classic inside joke. The Are You Afraid of the Dark episode. I think it was the Dangerous Soup
it's
one, right?
It's the Dangerous Soup, yeah. It's towards the end of the episode.
The fucked up aspect ratio gargoyle appears in the doorway, and it's amazing. But yeah, listen, Stan, classic video. In this record, I mean, look, I don't give out 10s lightly. It's a storytelling masterpiece.
You've given out less than me at this point, I think. And I don't give them out lightly either.
Yeah, we both don't give them out lightly. So, folks, this isn't about, how meaningful it is to hip-hop and culture. I really feel this, to me, is a storytelling master. I feel like saying anything short of that's a lie, okay? And it's not only the storytelling that's arresting and perfectly executed to me. It's technical mastery. These weren't like simple rhymes either. Like sometimes to tell a story, you kind of simplify the rhymes to make sure you don't lose people. There are different flows that are keeping this story arresting, but not too complicated.
The letter format is interesting to me as well. It's like, you could tell a story from the perspective of Eminem saying, let me tell you this crazy story about a fan.
Right.
And taking us through the whole thing. Or you could do it this way, where it's being told through letters that are being written to the artist.
Yes.
Who we only hear from at the very end of the song.
Right. It's a great framing device. And even with that device, what's dope is from verse to verse, it's a new letter, but you feel it escalating.
Yes.
He's getting angrier. And he does a great job of conveying that.
Right. The first verse
I was always
is normal. You'd be like, oh, what a nice guy.
Yeah, you don't get the sense that he's an unstable guy. I mean, it's, Dear Slim, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I left my cell, my pager, and my home phone at the bottom. Here's these flows, I sent 2 letters back in autumn. You must not have got them. There probably was a problem at the post office or something. Like, it's, maybe I scribble addresses too sloppy when I drop. But anyway, fuck it. What's been up? He seems like, he's sharing details. I'm going to be a father too. He seems like, just chat, truly yours, your biggest fan. This is Stan. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Normal guy, normal fan. He's not yet Stan. Verse 2, very quickly.
Yeah, the second
always love that.
This dude is definitely not right.
Oh my God. I always love that the way he expertly expressed that the stakes are now higher, that the tone has changed. The top of that second verse, Dear Slim, you still ain't called or wrote. I hope you have a chance. I ain't mad. I just think it's fucked up you don't answer fans. The emphasis on fucked up, it's like, okay,
yep.
He's unstable. He's saying one thing, but he really feels another way, And
then some of those run-on flows again. If you didn't want to talk to me outside your concert, you didn't have to, but you could have signed an autograph for Matthew. That's my little brother, man. He's only 6 years old. We waited in the blistering cold for you for 4 hours, and you just said no.
You just said no.
It's pretty shitty, man. You're like his fucking idol. He wants to be just like you, man. He likes you more than I do.
Likes you more than I do, And it's like, of course, too, we be some jackasses to not mention this. The sound design in the record, the scribbling.
Yeah.
As he's spitting. Okay? Come on, man. Mools and Mel, I would say we're the sound design boys, okay? So I always appreciate when it's done correctly, so that's something I actually didn't even pick up on until later on in my life.
No way.
Because I was just listening so intently. No, it wasn't until I was probably like a teen, like years after the song came out. I'm like, oh my God. There's like writing, scribbling sound effects. I was so intently focused on the words, I didn't pick up on that.
We need another Illmatic and Cuban Links audit for sure.
Oh, come on. No, listen. Look, I mean, I've known now for at least 10 years, so you can't. It's not like a recent realization, but yeah, it was just something I realized later.
This third verse, things have escalated to the point where it's too late.
It's too late. I mean, we know now, it's like, we hope that Eminem writes this guy back soon, because not only is his tone getting more aggressive, he reveals things about, like, I don't got shit else. Like,
right, and my girlfriend is jealous because all I do is talk about you.
Like, this is officially a parasocial relationship. Like, Stan needs other things in his life. He's revealing he cuts himself, he ends with "we should be together." These are alarming things, okay? Like, where's Jim Jones? Okay? By the end of verse 2, okay, you should be, that is, if you're stable and not a sin yourself, thinking,
shit getting out of hand now.
Okay?
Yeah.
Verse 3 starts.
Verse 3, where's Ebert?
Bringing in Ebert. And I get to bring in the Ebert with Detroit, too. That's, here we go. Here he is.
That music from Detroit was happy, and it believed in love, and it was cheerful, and it was musical. And now you get this music that is so sad and so angry.
Well, it's a bleak life, and the music about it is often very bleak.
Okay. And it wasn't that drop originally about the 8 Mile soundtrack?
It was Full Circle Time.
So it was about Eminem, Full Circle Time. We back on Eminem, okay? And this third verse. Now, this is something that I actually picked up on this week. The rain is throughout the entire beat. I didn't pick up, I've always heard the rain, but like, it's brought further up into the mix because it needs to match the setting of where we're now at in the story. And he's driving with his girlfriend in the trunk. You could
honestly have to say it really about the whole song because it's a story. But if there was a perfect verse alert within the song, verse 3.
Oh, and you know what's crazy? Okay, so check this out. The Bad website about this verse 3. Eminem said, when we recorded Stan, I worked with a couple different engineers, but this particular engineer I had never worked with before. While we were recording the third verse of Stan, he started rolling a joint and asked me if I minded if he smoked while we cut. What was I going to do? Say no? He was already rolling it, so I told him no problem. Everything was cool, and I had gotten all the way up to the last 3 lines, and I screwed up. So all he had to do was punch in my vocals at the end so I could redo that line, and the verse was finished. Back then, we were recording on 2-inch tape, so once you've recorded over something, it's gone forever. So I'm in the booth waiting, and he backs the tape up all the way to the beginning of the verse and punches me in. I realize he's in the wrong spot, and I can't hear any of my vocals, so I start waving my arms and yelling in the mic to try to get his attention. He doesn't notice, so I run into the control room through a cloud of smoke and yell, "Yo, I wanted to keep those vocals." He just looked at me and said, "My bad, man. You want to hit this?" He says the first half of the verse was gone. I re-recorded it, but you should have heard the original take. That shit was way better.
What?
Oh, well. Yeah.
Apparently, I never heard it. I disagree because then he was pissed that this guy didn't capture it, and he went in and gave it.
And probably had a pissed performance. Exactly. But I think Eminem might be discounting that.
Everyone thinks that the take that they had was better.
That they lost.
Yeah, the lost take is the best.
That's the artist play. You lose that take, you always think that was the one. Or you just get
used to the demo take, and you're like, I can't do the studio version of this song.
Right. That demo-itis. You trick yourself. Oh, I can't do this any better. Listen, as someone who has had moves in my corner to be like, you can get a better performance, and then I re-record it, and it's like, oh man, the energy's much, much more fitting now. Like, exactly what you just said. He probably, just freaking
I didn't hear the original take. No one did, except for Eminem.
We'll never hear it.
And the engineer who was getting high.
But the engineer who pissed him off probably, drug a better stand performance out of him. Because now he's legitimately probably
He's hot. You can tell, dude.
Yeah, dear mister, I'm too good to call or write my fans.
This will be the last package I ever send your ass. It's been 6 months and still no word. I don't deserve it. I know you got my last 2 letters. I wrote the addresses on them perfect.
you're right. The whole song could be perfect verse alert, but this third verse is
the
masterful
performance,
character
and then
work.
also the whole sequence with the song by Phil Collins, "In the Air of the Night,"
in the air of the night.
Which is not that guy who could save the other guy from drowning, but didn't. Then Phil saw it all. Then at a show that he found him.
It's kind of how this is. You could have rescued me from drowning. Now it's too late. I'm on 1,000 downers now. I'm drowsy. And it's, oh my God. Like, I loved you, Slim. We could have been together. Think about it. You ruined it now. I hope you can't sleep and you dream about it. And when you dream, I hope you can't sleep and you scream about it. I hope your conscience eats at you and you can't breathe without me. See, Slim? And then you hear it in the background. This is his girlfriend, screaming, "Shut up, bitch. I'm trying to talk. Hey, Slim, that's my girlfriend screaming in the trunk." Like, he clearly took these Eminem lyrics literally. Stuff that Eminem would only rap about as Slim Shady. He's got his girlfriend tied up in the trunk. It's luckily I never had any stand moments like that. But I will say there was a time when Charles was in the mental hospital and there was like some arrangement. I had gotten in my mind that when he got out, it was gonna we were gonna live together. I was gonna meet him in California and I was gonna be the little homie, right? Like the I was down to be the weed character for Charles Hamilton.
Stan to Shady Records, and he could have stopped this whole thing from happening.
Well, he was too late. He was too late, and it's just this anger that Stan feels. That's how I felt when I felt like Charles had lied to me, when in all actuality, he really didn't. He never agreed to do any of this, but it's like, you ruined it now. I hope you can't sleep and that sort of thing, And so when we finally do get to Eminem sitting down to write Stan back, it's a tragic tale because it's like, look, I meant to write you sooner. I've just been busy. And you got to believe him. I mean, he's a multi-platinum recording artist.
As I was saying, as the audience, we already know that his fate has been sealed.
It's too late. Exactly. So, right. It's not really a got you. We know what happened to Stan, but it's genius the way he builds up to why you got to think. The paradox is he probably wouldn't have found the time to finally sit down and write him back if not for seeing the news story that's and it kind of reminds me of that guy that's been sending me letters. Like, I should write this guy back. Before he says it in the song, I just don't want you to do some crazy shit. I seen this one shit on the news a couple of weeks ago that made me sick. He would have never probably sat down and write him if this hadn't happened. So it's kind of, it's a tragic tale. It was always going to happen.
This song is important too because it's Eminem breaking kayfabe and telling people the stuff I say in the song is fake, guys.
Right. Yeah. And if you're going to break kayfabe like that, this is how you do it. I don't think it fully took the edge away. I mean, he ended up with a classic record, but when you're a character like Slim Shady, when you want to pull the curtain back, you got to be careful about it because this is your money-making persona. You've got them eating out of your hand. You don't want to end that by being like, hey guys, listen, things are getting out of hand. It's just entertainment. Like, kids don't actually do this. So this was kind of the perfect way to do that, to create a character that's almost more insane than Slim Shady, but it's like a different context that makes you think about this differently, to where he can come in and be the voice of reason and you don't feel like he's taking away from his persona as Slim Shady. It's a genius record, man.
We have a lot of archival audio for this one, Mel.
Oh, for Stan? I mean, it's Stan. It's Stan. Come on, we have to.
We have Thank You by Dido, which I guess we should start with, right?
I just want to thank you.
That's Eminem.
That's a good song in its own right.
That's Mel, rather. He wants to thank Eminem for making this song.
Well, what's his man, the 45 King?
Oh, Mark the 45 King, yeah.
Yeah. I'm a Mark for Mark the 45 King, okay? He made a classic beat. He did. I could talk about the beat for 45 minutes, but yeah, look, we got this Dido. Thank you. You want to hit it?
Yes, sir.
it's not so bad. I drank too much last night, got bills to pay. My head just feels in pain. I missed the bus and they'll be hell today.
I mean, they didn't even sample the chorus, and they turned the first verse into a chorus, basically.
I'm sorry to add, but there's another bit of archival I think we should add.
Because, I mean, there's Round Here by Snoop Dogg, which samples the song as well.
Is that what I was just thinking about? Because it was something I recently heard.
You're thinking about Nipsey Hussle rapping over Round Here on Crenshaw.
That's what there it is, right. Because the opening guitars.
Yep. Or it's a flip of Round Here, which also flips this.
Yeah. Which song was it again?
I don't remember the Nipsey song, but it's Round Here by Snoop Dogg. That's the actual beat.
Was it One of One?
I don't remember.
Hold on a second. Let me just...
I can't get money, and now that I got it.
Yeah, it was One of One, which is the same thing as the daggone ding 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 in this Dido. Yeah. Man, look at that. I'm going to say that's Eminem too. That's the Eminem influence. Who would have sampled Dido if not for him doing this first? Okay, so there you go.
I got to tell you, this is a rare example. A lot of times I hear samples and I'm like, well, boys, I think I found the better song.
Right.
A lot of times samples, the best parts from samples are in the actual sample itself and not what's the producer is using all the time.
Right.
The producer can highlight a part of a record and enhance it for sure. But
I mean, Dido Thank You is probably 7+, 8- for me.
It's nowhere near the level of this song for me.
I mean, it's not, because this is a 10. Stands a 10, But
a lot of times I end up liking the original sample more, but not this time.
Right.
Now we got more here.
Right. Oh, yeah.
We got some of the actual live performance from the Grammys with Elton John. I believe.
Oh, nice.
It's from his Curtain Call project. It was actually put on there. So, yeah, let's hear it.
Yes.
Slim, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I left my cell, my pager, and my home phone at the bottom. I sent 2 letters back in autumn. You must not have got them. There probably was a problem at the post office or something. Sometimes I scribble addresses too sloppy when I jot them. But anyways, F it. What's been up, man? How's your daughter? My girlfriend's pregnant too. I'm about to be a father. If I have a daughter, guess what I'ma call her? I'ma name her Bonnie. I read about your Uncle Ronnie too, I'm sorry. I had a friend kill himself over some who didn't want him. I know you probably hear this every day, but I'm your biggest fan. I even got the underground stuff that you did with Scam. I got a room full of your posters and your pictures, man. I like the stuff you did with Ruckus too, that's bad. Anyways, I hope you get this, man. Hit me back, just a chat. Truly yours, your biggest fan. This is Stan.
The tea's gone cold, I'm wondering why I got out of bed at all. The morning rain clogged up my window. Oh, I can't see it all. And even if I could, it would all be great. Put your picture on my wall. It reminds me that it's not so bad, not so bad.
Dear Slim, you still ain't called a rope. I hope you have a chance. I ain't mad. I just think it's messed up. You don't answer fans.
Gotta love that boy Elton. Okay.
Legendary
Not
performance.
so bad.
You know, at the time, it was a really big news story. We talked a little bit about it in part 1. But this record goes on to be very influential. Somewhat, I guess not recent. The other one I have is more recent. But this was actually released 2 years after this album came out. But when Cameron was feuding with Nas, he dissed Nas over the Stamp beat.
I've been the gunshot before I even hear it. Cameron is a trip, man.
It's one of the meanest diss records I've ever heard.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, it's a diss record. It should be mean. Here we go. Stan by Cameron.
Wow. Stanley's really mad. Maybe he's mad because he's living with the same bitch that be giving Fat Sean and Jimmy head every day and tricking on him. Yeah. Or maybe he's mad because he never got called for another movie since Belly. Or maybe he's mad he's just broke. Or maybe he's mad because he's been rapping for 10 years and still didn't get a deal. I think that's what it is. Maybe if I write him a letter, I'll try and help him get a deal. Let's see. Dear Stan, I gotta let this pen cross the line. You took too much ecstasy, I see you lost your mind. You forgotten where you really are from. You really a bum. On top of that, you're silly and dumb. But I was nice to you, a real brother instead. Hung out with you on Mother's Day because your mother's dead. I got stuff to yell about, to tell about. How I had to swell your mouth. Diss me to get on? Well, I'll help you out. I don't know if you'll make it as a rapper. We all seen Belly, you're a very good actor. But you wasn't acting, that's your real life, dun dun. You gon' get killed and you was DMX son. But where's your money? You wanna start them bad? You spent it all on Branson and Hole and Harlem cabs? Come on, eat in my house. No Stanley, not the floor. Sleep on the couch. Your wife, you was eating her out.
Cameron's an all-time line stepper.
Yeah, he is the original line stepper in rap for sure. You know, Jesse's just really following in the footsteps, and it makes sense. He's from Old Harlem.
Oh, there you go. It all makes sense.
Harlem might be home to the line steppers.
Harlem is the home of the line steppers. Yeah. I mean, when he hit that line, talking about I hung out with you on Mother's Day because your mother's dead, that gave me like Tobias Funke. Oh, that's right. Your wife's dead. Jesus, man.
Yeah,
come on, Cameron.
Cold-blooded. The more recent example would have been Dear Ann by Lil Wayne, which was one of the, I think, pre-Carter 3 leaks that were supposed to maybe be on the album. Maybe it was right after Carter 3. But in this one, the fan is a woman. So he does a bit of a gender reversal with that. But yeah, let's hear some of Dear Ann, I think produced by Swizz Beatz by Lil Wayne.
Out of sight, out of mind, out of time to decide. Do we run? Should I hide for the rest of my life? Out of sight, out of mind, out of time to decide. Do we run? Should I hide for the rest of my life? Can we?
Dear Ann, my number one fan. I write with the light from the lamp on my nightstand with my pen in my right hand, and that's also my mic hand. Codeine in the Sprite can, ink on the white pad, and I'm thinking of life and wrong and right, and sometimes I'm right, and sometimes I might cannot find the light. Still my rhymes are bright, so I continue my plan, and I'm sure like white sand that there'll be price paying before my flight land. But still, I wanna see more than my sight can adore, so I can't ignore what I want anymore, so I just go. You can call me the goer, and oh yeah, I got a girl, but she act like I owe her, and sometimes it seems like I just don't know her, and yeah, the relationship is starting to feel like a chore, but I really hope I'm not starting to bore. Page 1.
Out of sight, page 1. Out of mind, page 1. Out of time to decide. Do we run?
Do we have an ID on that sample?
No.
Okay, because back in 2011, I did a record, you know the man, Yoku Misaki.
Yep.
He produced it, and it was
Yo. So I've been saying like this, yo.
That's all I'm gonna play.
So much cap is going on in America today.
Well, we run by capitalism. It's only natural.
I hear it, I see it, I smell it. It's everywhere. I mean, best of love. But what were we all doing with our lives, you know? Anywho, got anything else for old Stanley here?
No, other than I apologize to anybody who listened to my music in 2011 because I was terrible. The sample, it was years before I realized she said my tea's gone cold. As a kid, I always thought she said my tears gone cold. What else? Oh yeah, I've already talked about the sound design, but the crash at the end of the third verse off the bridge into the water. God, it's so clear.
I still don't know what she's saying in totality. It's my tea's gone cold. I'm wondering why. Something.
Got out of bed at all.
I don't know that one.
Got out of bed at all.
I said good out of bed at all. You know?
Yeah.
Morning breaks outside my window. And I can't see
morning
it
rain
all. What?
Clouds up my window.
Oh.
Yes, the morning rain clouds up my window.
Even if I could, it would all be great. It would all be great? It would all be great.
No, even if I could, it would all be great.
Oh, it would all be great.
On my wall.
With your picture. I thought it would be like, it'd all be great. Like, even, you know, if it's it's not nice. You still got that picture of Eminem on your wall.
Yeah,
it reminds me that it's not so bad. Where's she from?
Dido is from let me see. Dido. She's from she's one of them English singer and songwriters from Kensington, London, England.
She's from London.
Yeah. Yep. Shout out to Dido.
I don't know what she's saying at points. But it sounds good. It does.
Dido, you're great. You are a part of hip hop history.
Mm-hmm. Why is that her name?
Dido?
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't know.
I have to be honest. Not a great name.
Let's see. Why is her name Dido?
What's her real name?
Here it is. Despite the Dido considers it was a nickname. It was a childhood nickname. What is this? As a child, she had to deal with her birth name's ambiguous and unusual nature, which led to her being bullied.
What is her birth name?
Pretending to have an ordinary name. Florian Cloud de Bonneville O'Malley Armstrong.
Well, that's just a whole lot of words, but Florian Cloud, I mean, that's a fucking...
It's hard. That's hard, right?
Florian Cloud?
Why didn't you be Florian Cloud? That fits like, Thank You sounds like a record by Florian Cloud. You should have loved yourself more.
Dido is just... It's not a name. And before you say, what about Madonna? What about Cher? What about Beyonce? Yeah, what about them? Look at their presence in the game. Of course they got one name.
Yeah.
You can't have one name and T's gone cold and wondering why.
Yeah, she didn't want to be Florian Cloud. Apparently in 2001, she said, to be called one thing and christened another is actually very confusing and annoying. It's one of the most irritating things my parents did to me. Florian is a German man's name. That's just mean. To give your child a whole lot of odd names. They were all so embarrassing. I thought it was cruel to call me Dido and then expect me to just deal with it. So she doesn't like Dido or Florian.
What the fuck do you want us to call you then? Dido. Right. I'm baby, I'm Bibo.
Yeah, the new Drake leak, Dido. Yeah.
I'm done. I got nothing, and I'm disappointed.
I got nothing. It's not her fault, it's her parents' fault.
No, you just... I don't understand. Who called you Dido? Childhood nickname? Who went with that?
They named her Florian Cloud, but they also called her Dido. So I don't know.
But she could have picked her own name.
Yeah.
She doesn't like either name?
Especially as an artist, like that was her chance. That was her shot, right? Like, I don't know. Look, she made a good song. We should just let her slide. I don't know. Anyway.
She made another good song. They used to play at CVS a lot.
Is it Here With Me?
No, I think it's like White Flag.
Oh, White Flag. Yeah, that was on her 2003 album.
They play that shit at CVS all the time.
Wow. Well, best of love to Dido.
Definitely not best of love to CVS.
I can say it's a dumbass name because she didn't come up with it.
No, she didn't.
I'm calling her parents dumbasses, not her.
No, her parents came up with Florian Cloud. I think her friends or schoolmates probably called her Dido.
I mean, the way she made it sound, her parents were calling her that too.
Well,
you know?
what the her parents couldn't come up with one name. They got 50 different names for this chick. All right, let's move on.
All right, that's Stan.
Stan is not a good man.
No, Stan's not a good man, and that's why he died at the bottom of the
dam.
Dido. All right, here we go. Track 5, Roll with the Winners. Apparently it's the Scott Storch
might as well
beat.
get that MJF.
This
No,
was...
because I have some insider information. I don't think that makes you a mark.
This was a T.I. and Lil' Kim song from...
Urban Legend.
Yes.
Okay.
And I just like the Ludacris song, this never made my cut of Urban Legend on the iPod. So
right
when I heard this beat, I was like, well, it's new to me.
All right.
Well, 7-.
Son of a bitch.
Hey, man, I like it. You know?
10.
Oh. A 10, folks. He gave it a 10.
Good rating. I thought I was going to overstate this by 9+. Moles and Jesse Connect, basically.
Wow, good rating. Wow, I thought it was going to be ridiculed, honestly.
It's my favorite song on the album.
Me too, obviously. It's a 10. So I'll just say to start off, to go back to that point in the background info when I was talking about the show at the Knitting Factory, they were doing this song when they noticed that I was just completely blacked out rapping. Like the Exorcist girl, basically.
No, brother.
And
okay. I get you. Like, that was a bar, you know, Reagan era crack. Okay, I feel you.
You know, so it's levels to this for sure.
What did I
miss?
Even
deeper.
Reagan.
That's the girl's name in The Exorcist. Even though, you know, I was calling Jesse out for being a Stretch Armstrong earlier with that Jay-Z reach. Listen, I just want to say this. I have this sentimental attachment to the song because this is where they were like, oh shit, look, he's going crazy. And I felt a connection with them in that moment. However, the song means more to me than just that one night, obviously. It's just a great memory I have associated with it. The song kind of was like the anthem for me and the homies, you know? Roll with the winners. Like, there was something weird about this beat, too, to me. It sounded like some jock jam shit almost, but it wasn't. And it was a very motivational record for me and my friends. This is like the me and my friends record, basically, when we're rolling deep.
So, I mean, I can't relate because I roll with some losers. They'll tell you, but there's no shame in that. I mean, we talked about when those 10s come around, it's because there's that added element of some personal connection and experience with the record.
Yeah, this is the record for like me and the boys, you know?
You and the homies. It's the record also where, you know, Senpai noticed you, basically.
Yeah, so, Senpai noticed me. And by the way, when Pusha T performs live, like his eyes bulge out of his fucking head when he raps, and it's insane. And like I was trying to meet that level of intensity, I think. And that's why, like, because I've rapped along to people during their shows before and never got that much attention for it, you know?
Right.
But it's not every day someone comes and performs a bunch of mixtape shit either. Like, primarily. and brings out the guys on the mixtape. So they're doing their verses. And I'm sure they were touched that I was learning these verses that we know Mel wouldn't be rapping along to if he was in the room with us that night.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Because
I love the beat, first of all. This, like, thing that's going on in the beat. There's, like, that's going on. And then that... And then that boom. Scott Storch kind of snapped on this. Like, it's not the first thing that comes to mind when I think Scott Storch, but I really like this. It's got some movement to it. It's got a pulse to it. To me, this is like the first like almost jiggy adjacent song on here. Like, it's about bars, but it's also about feeling good, and is not as dark as the other records. It's not as gritty. It's not as much of a bleak life. I'm having fun every time I hear this record. And I gotta say, on this one, Malice has my favorite verse. Once again. So far, Pusha had the first two favorite verses. Malice has got the last two. I love Ab Live's verse on here, for the record. Like, this is my favorite twisty, flowy sort of rapping from him on the tape, I think.
Mm-hmm. It is my favorite verse on the album.
Who, Liva? You got no choice to notice me. Everything I drop hard. Challenges out. Listen, my fault. Which one is? You gotta love the gall on him. 20 on the arm. Yeah,
that's my favorite verse on the album.
It's close to being mine.
Or tape
on the whole album,
but
like I have no reason to not give this a 10, but I just went 9+.
All right, so Pusha T sets it off with like a very good verse. Some like poignant bars and also some flossy bars. Roll with the winners, the souls of the sinners. Which ring with shame the most are dilemmas. My uncle before me put the diesel in the blender. Then crack came, I seen the coldness of winters, mountains of snow, made fiends tremor.
You know, the shimmer, the vents got the limber.
Club bonus lovers calls yellow bottle grippers. Flipper, no, whale scale tipper. I'm from a line of ex-Kim pins that turn sniffers. You know, just great opening verse. Sandman probably has my least favorite verse on the song, but I love the microphone fiend when they bring back that Arabian Rakim sample.
That's also Ab Liva.
What's it? Oh, that's Liva? My fault.
Yeah.
I keep mixing them up on here.
No worries.
I wonder
but
why.
Malice is... Shut up, Mel.
I'm just saying, they weak. They weak.
On here? No, they're not. You're
no,
crazy.
not on this song. I'm talking about the tape at large. I mean,
they're not.
They're the
no
same
guys
most times.
No one's weak on this one, to me.
No,
everyone
not on this one. No, this is actually Ab Liva's best verse so far on the tape.
Yeah, I agree. You know what's funny? He didn't have my favorite verse on the song, and there is another song later on where he has my favorite verse on the song.
Mm-hmm.
But he came so close. This is the better verse overall. Like, it's just that the levels here are higher to me. The stakes are higher on this one to me. Look, you know me, Mel. George Romero's Dawn of the Dead, 1978, one of my favorite films. I don't know if Malice was talking about the remake, the Zack Snyder. I don't care.
When did the remake come out? What was that like?
2004.
Okay.
It could have been that. But I want to think that Malice is old school and he's talking about the original. You know? Before you even mention Feds, of how I had the block like the dawn of the dead.
Seems amongst feeds, the honor
is dead.
Yeah. The shit was hard. I chose to... I mean, that's... My brain went to the original. So, in reality, yeah, he was probably talking about the remake. It was fresher in his mind. But I'm with you. I'm thinking about the original. So, yeah. It's just... Really, you know what the issue is? Everybody did what they had to do, including Ab Liva and Sandman. I'm just not the biggest fan of the beat. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine, but like...
I mean, It's weird because like I don't remember even responding to the beat when I heard the T.I. album. I didn't even put it on my iPod. it was like a total skip for me. But what they did to it made me love this beat.
Got it.
I love this beat. I love the raps. I love everything about this. It means a lot to me. It's something that is a time capsule in a way to me. Really takes me back. I think everybody's clicking on here, and the level of competition on this one is pretty strong. Like, everybody's trying to have the best verse. And I know that's kind of the intent across the tape, but it feels apparent here. So I'm sitting and standing on this 10.
At the same time?
Yep. I'm standing on it, and I'll sit on it too.
Oh.
It's a 10.
All right. Well,
I'm not, it's not going to be like that fucking Atmosphere song where I came back a week later and was like, I was tripping.
Right. This is a tried and true 10.
That was only I've tripped twice. I tripped about Punjabi MC Beware the Boys featuring Jay-Z. I gave that a 10, and I'm like, nah, that's too, like, I'm overdoing it. Because I don't know what Punjabi MC is saying. I like it. It sounds really good to me. Like, I've been fucking with that shit for like 20 years now, but I can't in good conscience give something a 10 that I don't understand. And then furthermore, the second time was the Atmosphere one.
Right.
So this is, no, I'm standing, I'm sitting, I'm fucking laying on it as well. I'm also laying on it.
I can't do nothing but respect and love it. When a person claims a 10, it makes me happy, because it's
not often. It's not every day. I mean, you can go through the records and scroll through all the different documents that we've done. You don't see a 10 for me or you. We're really not. We're not really in the habit of giving this out.
No, because they don't come around. Not everything is a 10. It really ain't. Let alone. And I
like on
barely
this show,
a 9, you know?
On this show, we're 10 seasons in, and I don't think I've had 10 10s.
No, me either. I don't think I've had 5.
I've had 5 at this point, I would say. Not 10, though. We're somewhere in that range at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think I've had 5.
I've given out some 9s. Like, there's probably significantly more 9s. But 10 is just... Nothing else on this tape reaches this height for me. It's a 10 to me.
All right. Well, I mean, yeah, you highlighted all the lines I went up for. The only thing I'll say is Sandman. I don't know why he did this, because if he would have said it the right way, it would have rhymed. But he was like, bullets busting out the narrow barrel, hitting you hard. Your fate don't need no tarot. But he didn't say tarot. He said tear it.
Yeah,
like
your fate don't need no tear it.
Cards
to be read, I read.
Yeah. You know, it just... I was like, I don't know why did you ruin the rhyme, but...
That might be how he thought it was pronounced.
But that's what's more confusing, because he was rhyming it with barrel. So, like, I would think he would know the correct way to say it to make the rhyme complete, but I don't know.
I do love how he ends it, though. Sandman's closing bars are perfect to me.
What he say? I highlight it in my notes.
On the Roll with the Winners?
Yeah.
Was it Burgundy Death Suit for Think You Death Proof?
Yeah, well, that was something like, fuck, you brought your new brick boots for a burgundy wetsuit for thinking you death proof, pussy. You know? Oh, no. Redacted is mad. Redacted is fake. Redacted needs to be in the lake, the bottom of it. And then that whole thing about new brick boots in a burgundy wetsuit for thinking you death proof. It's a killer closer. Just positive
also
things
a good
to say
Grindhouse film, but
yeah. Look, you got to see the original presentation with the trailers in the middle. You got both films. You can't watch the two separately.
I mean,
on home video, originally the two movies came out separate, and they didn't release like the theatrical cut until I think 2009 or 2010.
I'm pretty sure my college roommate showed me the theatrical cut. Yeah, I mean,
it would have just been both films with the trailer in the middle, or the multiple fake trailers.
Yeah, that's the one I saw. So, but yeah, roll with the winners.
What's crazy is Death Proof, the movie, wouldn't have been out at this time. That was 07.
No, it wouldn't. Yeah.
Wow, Sandman came up with it?
The phrase? Maybe. You never know. We know that, wasn't that like a joint? It was like Tarantino and someone else. What was the deal with Death Proof?
Rodriguez?
Robert Rodriguez, but Rodriguez did Planet Terror and Quentin did Death Proof.
Okay. Right. Okay, right.
And, Death Proof was the second movie in the double feature. We got to see Planet Terror first.
Right. Well, Jesse, you got anything?
Yeah, I loved Urban Legend, but I did not remember that song. So in classic Jesse style, I was somewhere I should not have been, around some strippos. And that T.I. and Lil' Kim Get Your Shit Together song came on, and I was like, oh shit, this is the Rib Gang song. That's what I knew it from. I must have skipped that song whenever I listened to Urban Legend, which I played a lot.
Isn't that crazy, though? Like, we both did that. We both heard this song with T.I. and Lil' Kim, thought nothing of it, skipped it, never came back to it, and meanwhile, this is our favorite song on this tape.
All right. Jesse and Moles Connect. I have two wacky scenarios. One, this is the RAB relay race, and we're all passing the baton off to each other.
Nice.
And so you just kind of take off super fast with you got a lot of gall on them. And then second wacky scenario, Moles is leading us to the haunted house, and then you got a lot of gall on him is the jump scare. That's like when shit starts getting crazy. And then, we all get out safe at the end, when Sandman kind of slows it down. But yeah, that Ab Lava verse is very great. Like, I was popping. Like, he did like a lot of hip hop shit. Microphone Fiend with the R on him. I'm Bad James Todd on him. Yeah, I was popping like that whole. It's easily my favorite verse of his. Yeah, period.
I caught all that too. For the record, I am rap.
I didn't say you weren't
right. The Rakim, the LL Cool
Jesse, you missing the houses? You're feeling like going through another haunt already?
No, I'm good.
You're good on Mean 200. Yeah. You might have to listen. If we end up going to Universal Halloween Horror Nights for Haunted House Rankings Part 2, when we get Mel out here, that Moles and Mel meet and greet might be even more expensive.
No shit, I gotta start saving up then.
So do I.
So do I.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I got. Roll with the winners. Roll with RAB, okay? That's currently who the winners are.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody over there winning. I'm over here talking about.
Damn. I'm broke.
So yeah.
I can relate. Comedy style segue, Mel.
I mean, what's going on?
Go to the folder. What did DJ Vlad say to Pusha T? It's just in the folder.
Okay, let me see. What did DJ Vlad say to Pusha T? Okay, here we go.
When does crack? Now, so the cocaine's happening. When does that crack come into play for you?
I like it. A-. A-. Like it a lot. He's a cop. We know about Vlad. Wasn't it like actually confirmed or something that like he was?
No, not confirmed.
It's still not confirmed. Okay, I don't know. He's an informant. All right.
He's not an informant. The feds watch his shit. He asks questions that people want the answers to.
Well, he's an indirect informant. He should stop asking questions like that.
People should stop answering. How about that?
Well, that too. But that's victim blaming.
They're not victims of anything. He's an interviewer.
Okay, I went for it.
He's an interviewer. That's all he is.
Points, but
no, he's not the feds.
You're going to score the opposite kind of points and end up on the fucking Signal app.
I ain't going to. No, Signal's fine. Is Signal like... I have Signal. Wait, is Signal like bad? Is that like a... Do like
I just think that's just where they plan their attacks.
Deadass on Signal?
Yeah, because it's not monitored or some shit like that.
I mean, I've been on Signal for like 2. I think it's a great platform. I like their interface. Oh shit!
What you talking about that nobody can see?
Nothing. Hey, this is Ting's fault. Okay, she got me on here. I didn't join on my own. Shit.
Throwing a woman under the bus.
Oh, okay. We're moving on.
Fucking
all right.
typical.
I got caught. I got caught in that.
Am I right, ladies? Huh? Am I right, girls? Am I right, gals?
That was a 7 for you, Mel?
What was a 7?
Roll with the winners.
Yeah, 7 minus.
Okay, I'm betting 70% tonight.
Oh, good for you.
7 out of 10 so far.
Are we moving on?
No one has any excuse to do poorly. I've dick rode this tape for 10 seasons. 11 if you count season 0.
That would have been a safe time to do the Maldo method of straight 7s.
Not for me.
Or maybe,
straight 7s?
I was about to say maybe not because.
Are you kidding me? You'd do terribly if you chose just straight 7s for me.
To account for the marking, it might have to be like straight
You'd
8s.
put up Jesse, Maldo, and Cam numbers during the slime season game. Okay? That's if you just did 7s for me on this.
All right. Well, yeah. Whoever won, y'all get to roll with the winners. All right.
Yeah, listen. Whenever you play the rap rankings game and you win, you roll with yourself.
That's right. Is that going to be a new euphemism for masturbation for Mel? I don't know.
No. Roll with yourself.
All right. So my brain drifted very quick. In high school, I was in the car with my friend Justin, who lived in the neighborhood, and he was dating this girl at the time. And like we went to like Walmart or something together, and I was like in the back seat, and like I was playing one of my songs, and I was being like a fucking, incel ass nigga on the beat and talking about like, I'ma still beat meat friendless. And like he thought it was hilarious, and the girl was like, "Please get me out this fucking car." Like, this
I
nigga.
can see it.
Yeah, talking about beating off. Anyway, you want to move on?
We should.
That roll with the winners review was perfect till this dude started talking about beating off.
I told you I roll with losers. Okay. Anyway, not Justin and his girl, but me. I brought that loser energy to his car
that you had on the G Unit review, which I'm not seeing too much of tonight. I could have called out more loserish behavior, but I'm in a good mood. We're doing one of my favorite, if not my favorite, tapes of all time. So,
Track 18, 7 Years, featuring Dion Ferris.
Yes.
Produced by Count Basie. 10.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep, man. Yep, it's a 10. It is a 10. I've given out another 10.
Not mad at it. 8-, Sting Me Baby.
This is what I was alluding to earlier when I said the emotional peak of the album. I assume that was the previous track for you.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Okay.
Now, this one, do you know Dion Ferris?
No.
Okay. So she had a big hit record in the 90s, meaning like when I was a kid in the 90s, I heard this song all the time on the radio, I feel like on MTV.
Okay.
This is called I Know. I think if you hear it, you might be like, oh yeah, I have heard this song before.
Okay. You brought it in?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Her big song. I know. Okay, let me see. I feel like it's going to be one of those situations where if I don't know it, I'm going to feel less black.
Well, no, I don't think so because, number one, I think the record came out the year you were born, so it might just be a little before your time. I was fully conscious when this record came out.
Okay, oh, it says 94, I guess.
Okay, the year after you were born.
All right, well, here we go.
I know what you're doing, yeah. I know why you dial my number. I know what you're doing, yeah. I know why you care. I know what you're doing, yeah. I know why you say you love me. I know what you're doing.
That part, though, when they brought in whatever that, it swelled into whatever that was, that was good.
So, like, Green Day, When I Come Around, that record right there, Alanis Morissette, she had, like, 3 hits almost, like, simultaneously around this time. You know, and Hootie and the Blowfish and Dave Matthews Band. They were, like, heavy radio artists at the time. Like, the quality of some of the radio artists was just like not what it is today. Like, there wasn't as much of a separation between like your album artists and your quote unquote singles artists if you bothered to actually listen to the albums. You know, that Hootie and the Blowfish album is a fucking classic to this day.
Well, is this her singing on here?
On I Know? Or
no, 7 years.
Yeah. She's singing all the, you know, vocals that you hear on like the chorus and like the bridge and everything. That's her.
Okay, well then I have to take this moment to say, Miss Ferris, you made me cry in a good way this week. Damn near sob. And you have given me the most emotional moment of this album in tandem with Count Basie, because as soon as that comes in, I'm through. I'm fucking finished. I'm cooked. I'm like,
that's
I'm
the
done.
highlight of the record for me, by the way. And the musical journey
on top of that synth, and it
continues, man. Like, the range of different kinds of sounds we've been getting on this album, while he's still managed to keep everything feeling like cohesive and of the same piece, is just masterful work from an arrangement and sequencing and production point of view.
Yeah. Look, listen, okay? I haven't had a girlfriend in 11 years. I've never been in a relationship that's made me feel what he's discussing on this record, or is even similar. I mean, he's talking about having children and somebody sticking with him for 7 years. But there are certain lines and moments in this record, coupled with the music and the singing, and that just like cuts right through to my core and just like breaks me apart. Perfect verse alert on verse 1. And like I had tears in my eye, like the screen was getting blurry when I was typing the notes, because, you know, despite me not relating exactly to the situation he's describing, so many of the emotions he's communicating. First of all, thank you, baby, for having our third seed, but it's scary for me because I'm running low on money. I mean, you know as well as I do, the lifestyle of a musician is you're not guaranteed anything as a creative. And, you know, I all right. I mean, like, I feel that. And then there's just the selflessness, though, of like, I want to slave and strive to provide for the five of us, even if that means you take the car and I ride the bus, and just him talking about,
it's very earnest, but like not corny whatsoever.
Not at all. And I mean, like, just him, I get emotional, him talking about his crew is his flesh and blood, not no corny street team. And like, people tell me deep music is on the comeback right now. Who can compete with all this ice talking gun crap? Like, plenty of rappers have talked about, having a real message over, a lot of the commercialized or, whatever.
He talks about them too at the beginning of the second verse.
Yeah. But it's in such an earnest way, and it's not really like finger wagging as much as it is him talking intimately with like his with his girl. And oh man, bro. Hold on, give me a second, because all right. I wrestle night and day about decisions I have made. I should have made better choices and avoided shame. But hindsight is a magnifying glass I can analyze all day, but it won't change the past. Oh, man. Okay. And it's just, the way he ends the verse, though, but when I get my just due, we can make it. Committed for 7 years, baby, and that's my statement.
And then we got that, whoa.
Oh, man. I mean,
I crack up at the beginning of the second verse, honestly. Pharaoh and Common got the light, but we in the dark.
I mean, yeah, no, it is humorous. It is. Like, right, it got the light, but we in the dark. Like, obviously Common the light.
Pharaoh the light as well. He had a record on Internal Affairs.
But also you could look at it as sort of like related artists and, subject matter, like quote conscious or like real brothers,
He talks about Doom in the second verse as well.
A callback.
I told Doom about the baby and he praised the blessing, while others scoff and say you don't have to learn don't you learn your lesson or something.
I mean, that ties in quite buttery when Doom says, like he's congratulating them on that. And also the song we played, with the MF Grimm song, and he was talking about, people are like, yeah, you having all these kids and you got dropped and all this. So like the universe is coming together into even clearer focus now. And it's just like, I mean, this is such an emotional record to me for a lot of reasons. I mean, the love that's expressed, the music. I mean, it's really not much more for me to tell people other than that.
As we've gone through like these verses, obviously this is a more conventional style of rhyming, but it's in a different lane as far as the subject matter goes so far on this album.
Yeah.
I like the beat a lot. It feels like a tropical getaway or like a tropical Mario Kart course. Definitely summer vibes on this one.
Yeah, I was saying like the sample is that like Brazilian or like mambo music?
Yeah,
like
it's got that feel to it for sure.
Yeah,
like some Brazilian funk or
something like that.
Some
you know what I'm saying?
Merengue or salsa music or something.
Right.
The most I've gotten out of like summer vibes since that, the summer night vibes of like, August 25th, 2001. But this is for me like in the sun by the pool style, or maybe with someone special.
I had to mute myself. I'm dabbing at my eyes with the baby.
Well, I invented the dab, so I appreciate it. But I'm going to be able to check.
You don't have to talk about that.
I'm going to be able to check for that one.
When Mool's convinced. Well, you didn't convince. They just assumed,
they were convinced
right?
themselves. I wasn't trying to push the agenda that I invented it. They just
Mool's coworkers at his job. Mool started doing the dab. They just assumed that was like a Mool's original.
So they started doing it, and then they were telling me like, yo, like, did you see, like, the football players were dabbing? I'm like, no way. How do they know?
Yeah. Everybody,
Mel, listen, if you like this isn't the last time Count Basie worked with Dion Ferris.
Oh, man.
On another one of these Some Music mixtape mixes, whatever you call them, there's Surface Interlude featuring Dion Ferris.
All right, I hope this one does.
I got to assume it was either from these sessions or maybe the Begborough Steel sessions just didn't make the album. Let's check it out.
Just don't make me cry anymore right now, Dion and Count, please. Here we go. Surface. Okay. Oh man. Oh, it ended. Oh, okay. I was about to fade. All right. Well, thankfully it didn't make me cry, but you might have just gave me one of them new records that's just like at random moments in my life I'm just gonna start singing. There were certain moments in that vocal performance with certain notes that I love. That R&B male was stirred. Okay.
Well, we still ain't done, because on the Dwight Spitz re-release, there was 7 years bonus beats. So this isn't part 2, like real music versus bullshit. This is just messing with the beat.
Oh, man. All right, here we go. I don't know about you, but I actually like that for 2 reasons. One, it is a compliment. It kind of feels like Hamiltonized, like 7 years Hamiltonized. But 2, it ties into a feeling I had when listening to, the regular 7 years, which is like, I feel like I'm witnessing infinite timelines happening at once, all while my own life is being put through like the lens of this record. So what I just heard, like the bonus beats, I feel like after being allowed to glimpse like all of eternity in one moment, I get like pushed through a portal and I'm like, ah! It's like, dude.
This Rick and Morty motherfucker. We gotta move on, all right? Fucking multiverse motherfucker. Fuck out of here.
No, I'm dead serious though. This record, I mean, yeah, it's not about me. It's about Count Basie.
Motherfucker, it's not always about you.
It's definitely not. Where's the drop?
Blues for Percy Carey is not always about me either, but I had an experience with him dropping it at a live show and me not expecting to see him. So,
folks, like we told you in the rating system, we're not telling you what's good or bad. We're telling you how much we enjoy or don't enjoy something. And, enjoyment is rooted in a lot of different things. Musical quality, sure, but also experiences in our lives that lead us right.
I mean, everyone has
what
different
is music
standards.
Quality other than what your life has brought you to appreciate?
Yes, everyone has different standards for what's beautiful music, great music, good music, bad music.
Exactly. And with that said, you should feel free to enjoy or not enjoy whatever you want because you understand.
Motherfucker, everything isn't about you.
You know? So, yeah, man. 10, it's a perfect song to me. It's a perfect
A-.
song.
It is a highlight for me, for sure. It's not a 10 for me, but it shouldn't be, you know?
I always liked it a lot.
Have we had a 10 that we both connected on?
I don't know. I have a feeling we're going to have one next week.
Might have two even.
Might even have two, which is fucking crazy. But yeah, this is just...
honestly, fuck this season of The Damned, all right? It's feeling like we're fucking back. We got this Dwight Spitz, we're on a ride of our lives. We got Outkast, Speaker Box, Love Below next week. All right, this damn shit is for the birds. It's for the dogs. All right, the bird dogs.
Oh, your bird dog. Yeah, exactly.
It's for the dogs. It's for the birds, but it ain't not for us. All right, ain't no more damned. Okay, Jesse's married. We're on this wonderful ride. I think we're coming out of damnation. Truly,
we're
kind of getting sick, but fuck it.
Hopefully not, because we got a 20-track Vince Staples and a 39-track Outkast. So.
Well, I'll flu game it again. I've done it twice already.
Shit. Yeah. Well, listen, folks, it's a perfect record to me because I think this record is just like pure love encapsulated in a lot of different ways, you know? So shout out to all the struggling musicians and shout out to their friends, family, and lovers that hold them down. And shout out to music. It's one of those things that just make me appreciate music. So that's all I really got. You got anything else?
I don't.
All right.